Yeah. Nakura Sunday, did you guys go to church? Nakuzino church yange matankane because I have to go to school. So I can't go to church. But I hope you guys are doing well today, which is a Sunday. And today is Convo. We can just literally talk about everything. Vinny Katz, Derek Lule, Kavuma Farouk, Antonio, Tosime, Eddie. How are you people? How are you? Muri mutia. Olunaku lugenze bulungi. Yes, Clark Rhyme, how are you? Adams, how are you? Aloe Joan Jojo, how are you? Yes, Amina, Derek Lule. Katera Sheldon, how are you? Chisembo Jojo, how are you? Service yang tebanga yagwako nga sinnamanya. I have to check that. I did it. I did it on 14th of January. Let me just see. How many kilometers I have left. 48,900. Ninayo kilomita 10. Ninayo kilomita 10. Teziwera 10. But my service is still valid. Sorry. Farouk, I'm fine. How are you today? So today I wanted to talk about, I'm going to make it short because it's a Sunday and tomorrow, basically, all of us, we have to be ready for work. Tomorrow I may have an inspection. I'm not yet sure. Ono muntu yampadde etano jeja consultation n'engineer ne jiggwawo. Bwe yagimpa n'engineer ne jiggwawo. Yampedeza message yesterday that we may inspect his car tomorrow. So tomorrow I may inspect, and his goal is to buy a Toyota Alex. I'm thinking in a fan Alex bagiyita batya. There is that thing that looks like the Alex exactly. Naye ekyukamu kubanga eri nnenemu. What's that car? So if we don't get the Alex, we'll probably be getting that one. The Auris is not common, but it's one car that I would recommend for people that also want Alex, especially if your budget is a little flexible. If your budget is not flexible, then you stick to the Alex. Pade, how are you? Sebugwa Umedi, how are you? Do you know that I'm driving a car from the bond, naita ina flare, and you know I'm listing I'm creating a list of things that you guys should be having in your car. I don't have a flare, and it's one of those things that you should have in your car. Please, Arthur, tell me about Toyota Allion versus Primo. Nandi wala Fatuma, how are you, sister? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me tell you a story. Fatuma kansubire gutososola. When we had just moved here, our family, our neighbors, basiramu. So I think because I have this, they thought we are Muslims. Atene michala wanga yambala very decently. So I think they thought we are Muslims. So they would come and visit. And then my wife yasomera masomero ga basiramu. So amanyi okutola salamu bulungi nnyo. So they would come and visit until the day when they realized we were not Muslims. Amanya ga batabani bange. Tebaddamu kukyala. I don't know what is that about. Anyway, Katera showed, just understand the Primo is for mature people, the Allion is for young people. Also, I find that the Allion will give you Allion with a 1.5 liter engine ejja kuwangaala okusinga Primo with a 1.5 liter engine. Nenge is a motor zonna tezirina nnyonjawulo eri awo. And recently, especially as kati zino Primo enkadde ezo zi light, I don't find them fascinating anymore. I think now I want the Primo, the 2008 model and above. Of course, one of my followers here yagigula. And gye twasemba I think ogula eyo. I think I'm no longer fascinated by the sea light and all. Eziri enkadde njagala 28 kwambuka waggulu. But Arthur, yesterday you didn't answer me. Can you please advise me on a Mark X and a Cross Sport Subaru Forester? Any day I would go with the Mark X. Why? I find that the Mark X is much more comfortable than the Cross Sport. And oh yes, a small cotton towel. No. Powder, not cotton. But yitabatya microfiber like this. This is microfiber. Microfiber is softer on the car body, the dashboard and all. Microfiber is always better. Microfiber towel. Yeah, Derek, I find that when you compare the Cross Sport and the Mark X, personally, the Cross Sport is tempting, but I would go with the Mark X, first of all, because the Mark X is easier to maintain. Mark X tefa. Ne Cross Sport na yelwa okufa, but Cross Sport we fire bay of maintaining okusinga Mark X. The only downside to the Mark X is that it's the rear wheel drive. Nti was said that ogenda yo. Wacha anenga ate Cross Sport yo sobola ogenda. But I also find that the Cross Sport na yebo no gende was said that no jirinyanye jakuba engine. So I was about draw. Kubabo no gende was said that no jirinyanye iteo egenda kuba engine, which you don't want, right? So, but personally, I would take the Mark X any day. Why? Because nebobo gura on Mark X zara isi. It's possible to get like a UBB, UBA, comedian nga 15 okitegeera. So ne Cross Sport oyinza okugifuna, but I find that any day, personally, nzenga Arthur, I would take the Mark X. It's much more easier to maintain. And if you have some money, ngosobola okugula Mark X 210 okwambuka waggulu, like 2010 and above. Zote zinywa nnyo mafuta. There is something about those cars that I want to explore. Njagala kufuna wenjipangisa njevugemu, then I see. Of course, zoza bay mu bondi ziri mu million obaana mu 5 obaana ukitegeera teziri nga zine endala. Kati bobo inamu kasente, I would definitely buy the 2010 model. Kitegeeza bwebanga mu bondi ya million ngana kitegeeza etambudeko kukubo, you may get it at around 25, 26 where what you. And the people that drive those cars tell me, okay, they tell me that they don't consume fuel as the old model Mark X's you get. So I would find that I would go with the Mark X, looking at the budget and the model I'm buying, which together. Good evening, Toddy Ronald. Sebogwao Medi, today I'm going to miss the live chat because in South Korea it's becoming late. Hey, what time is it in South Korea, Medi? Cross Sport ya swagger. Derek, I think it depends where you are, because I find that you'll park a Cross Sport there, a person parks a Mark X, or Mark X mulimu business, or Mark X akuliyako business. The Mark X has a look that says I'm responsible. The Cross Sport doesn't have that look. Anyway, bobo gula moroka nga ya swaga, you buy the Cross Sport. Bobo gula moroka ina comfort nga ne business jimala, Mark X will definitely finish business any day. Arthur, is it wrong to drive a manual car in Newton? No, it's not. I've been doing it for years. Hi, Majola Julius. Good evening, Tade Samuel. Yeah. So emoroka ya mani ujiteka mu Newton any day ina buzibu. Zine za automatic zino zina katitagali. Automatic and the day I bought this car, onaku lulwairwa mukaga. It was a Saturday. So the person that bought my car paid for it at around 3:30, 4 p.m. I had a meeting somewhere. So what we did, we went with my mechanic. And I told my guy, aina Corolla yange nemugamba ndetire moroka najindekera nagina nibali abali baguze yange. So I drove the Corolla netugenda gye twali tugenda sasule moroka eno. Niyo budinga bugenzi because I had a meeting waiting for me. Banage navuga Corolla. Mwe moroka ya mani mujirike. Moroka yange iri. Teina je, like I should always have that car that I would have experience in it. Navuge moroka Corolla ngiduka. Ngitambula ntojua buigie wanu cha 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 cha. Banange. Martha Director, Martha Academy, how are you? How much is your inspection? Sheldon, my inspection costs only 450,000. Yes. Wow, that's late. 11:26 p.m. That's really late. Good night. Genda away wakimani osobola okkeera enkyate. Ambrose Chibuka ndi bulungi sina tagali impozikwe. Zengezaako okubeerawo mpola mpola. Leero ngenda kola ka broadcasting akali short. Nsobola okwoza emmoroka ate ngende mpumule enkya kupatikana nammwe mubimanyi. Like tomorrow, on Monday, this Monday, particularly because Wednesday and Thursday I'm very busy. So ntera okusomesa abaana. Now I'm teaching a digital marketing class. And for the guys that don't know, I run a digital marketing class, especially that targets mostly, especially you guys that have small businesses. I run a digital marketing class at Platos Institute that goes every month. We enroll. It's a 1-month course. Wasome nakusatu zokamu wiki for 4 weeks. And trust me, your business will not be the same after you do that course. And so I have to. I normally had to teach the digital marketing class Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But because Wednesday and Thursday I'm busy, I'll be teaching it Monday and Tuesday and then Friday. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll be teaching that, and then I teach a directing class. And then now, of course, I'm going to give someone else to teach the directing class because I might have an inspection. So if I have an inspection, then that's a whole lot of work. Then I have a rehearsal in the afternoon. So I really have to relax. So Sunday normally was the day of relaxing, go run, come shower and sleep. I could not sleep because I had a class. Clip films chechiriwo mani. Enaku ziduka because tukuze bwokula obudde budduka. That's why you find that there are people that grow up in their 50s nga talina kyalina. Bwoba kyalina eri mentality nti I still have time. Obudde bukugendako n'otuuka ng'okaddiye nga banno balina bye beekoleddewo nga gwe toyina. I was having a conversation with one of the guys that we bought cars from recently. Muvubuka ngaffe naye alina ettooke. I think musinga n'obukulu naye alina ssente. And he was saying, this is how he has multiplied his assets. Ng'agamba nti how he has been able to multiply his assets. Buli mwaka afuba okulaba ng'azimbayo obuzigo. Okitegeera, azimbayo obuzigo. Nti atya, nti bw'aba yaleka ploti ke ka 5 ku 10, buli mwaka ateekako obuzigo 3 single rooms. Okitegeera, ye bw'azimba nti every year he puts 3 single rooms. Now each single room might take you about 3 million shillings, 3 to 4. Every year he makes 3 single rooms. So if every room takes 4 million, that means every year he invests 12 million mu real estate. Kakitegeeza bw'abanga buli mwaka ekitone nnyo akola, so that if he makes more money, he can put more than 4. So after 5, multiply 3 by 5, that would be what? Because times 2 would be 6, times 4 it would be 12, times 5 would be 15. Kitegeeza myaka ngambye ntya, mwaka gumu buba 3, myaka 2 buba 6, myaka 4 buba 12, 15. So bwabanga myaka 5 alina obuzigo 15 nga buli kazigo kamuwa emitwalo katugambe 10. Kitegeeza buli mwezi, by the time it's 5 years, buli mwezi ajja kuba ayingiza million emu n'ekitundu. Teziriiko agamba, teziriiko ki. Okitegeera kati bw'abasasulako omusolo gwa government, I don't know how they tax them, but bw'abasasulako omusolo gwa government oyinza okwesanga afise million ng'emu. Okitegeera buli mwezi. Now, why am I talking about the tax? Because it's important that we actually pay taxes to our country. You don't want to wake up one day and the country is underdeveloped, and when they say Ugandans don't like to pay tax, you're one of the people they are talking about. That's why I file my returns and give the government what is due to them. So kitegeeza nti after, by the time it's 5 years, bwaba yatandika ddaka kyentimanya already akakadde kakakola buli mwezi. And you know the thing with the real estate, you invest that money not adamu na zero wozaako. Majority of the time tuyantulowooza nti manya atwagaba nti agaba okuzimba emizigo business y'abagagga, sente zigenda nnyingi naye ng'ate sente taziteeka mu buzigo naye azinywamu omwenge, taziteeka mu buzigo naye azivugamu amafuta mu Subaru, taziteeka mu buzigo, okitegeera. But anyway, Ambrose nze nkwagalako bwongo. Someone can tell you will be a different person time from time. God bless you. Amina. Kwiri Yakim, how are you? Mwendi Arthur neyagala mu kiipusamu kyange. Weyagale obulamu bwa kiseera. Zimbabwe. By the way, guys, have fun whenever you can. Have fun whenever you can. Make sure you look good. Make sure you smile. Make sure you work hard. Make sure you... Ebiku stressing bigobe. Abak stressing abagobe. Beerawo n'abataku stressinga, beerawo n'abatakumalaako mirembe kwegamba. Bw'olwola banti you're not appreciated, move away. That's the best way to live. Okitegeera. I want a brand new car. Look at fuel efficiency while buying any car. Advice on personal safety and IST. Kwezo zonna tekuli brand new. Gamba bond new. Abantu asinga mu Uganda buy bond new car, not brand new. You buy a personal set, it's cheaper than the IST. Those two cars should not be compared. If you're comparing the IST, you should be comparing it to a Fielder, you should be comparing it to a Wish, you should be comparing it to a Noah. Kati wobo comparing a personal set and the IST with a personal set, it gives you more benefits, more seats, bigger rooms, a bigger cabin, yet at cheaper price than a personal set, than an IST. Bro, what might tell me about the Spacio new shape gearbox? Ina automatic the Spacio new shape techa jana kujja twajigoba mu gwanga lya Afrika twaga mwenda mugenda vuga CVT kwagala butayagala. You all drive CVT banange nora fama tubera by the way wali Antonio. I also wanted to start on Buzigo by next year. Na ye I was getting second thoughts. I've had a lot of things, but I think I'm now sold on the idea. Dr. Jonathan Butekem, Dr. Jonathan, me have realized ebiseera ebisinga tugana okuinvestinga mu bintu naye nga ate sente ze twali bateekamu ebintu ate tuzirya ne ziggwawo. Okitegeere, me I have friends nga every week agenda ne girlfriend we out ne baspending emitwalo nga 200 buli mulundi. Okitegeera gye emitwalo 4 every week, gye emitwalo 8 every 2 weeks, ye milioni 4 n'emitwalo 6 buli mwezi. Milioni 4 n'emitwalo 6 bw'oba ozimba single room. Ate no single room tebagizimba batyo. Single room gye tubala, it gets cheaper. Why? Single room bw'osooka n'ozimba eno bweti. Bw'ozimba single room bweti. N'ogiteekamu akanaabiro. That's a single room. Okiraba? Kati room eddako, oba ozimba ebisenge bisatu ebyo n'osalamu era akanaabiro. Kitegeeza this room is cheaper than this. Kati gyoko mu okweyongera it gets cheaper. It would actually be nice, Dr. Jonathan, mu 5 ku 10 yo, oba inate, but don't get 10 yo n'ogijuze mu single room. Bu single room bweba bwelewe ntandikwa bwofuna nga 5 ku 10 because 5 ku 10 numara ebeera bweti. That's 5 ku 10. Bwoba ina 10 ku 10, this is double this. This is a 10 ku 10. Eno girekeewo eno endala. Eno 5 ku 10 emu togikwatako. Kozesa 5 ku 10 emu. Genda bakubire pulaani. Osalewo nti muno ngenda teeka mu single room bwokka. Okitegeera. Obuteekemu balekere we bayingira we baanika n'engoye na kinaki. Okitegeera. Eno wasobola okugenda yo kyemmanyi bu single room mu 10 wanira wasobola okugenda bu single room 10. Single room 10 single room 20. Okitegeera. Obateerewo toyi wano nga bagisharing obunaabiro obutaddemu munda already. Okitegeera. Wateedde obunaabiro munda obwero kitegeeza aliyo toyi yokka. Waliyo toyi yokka. Burumu 20 busobola okuwa milioni 2. Nze ndabe nate kati nze ndi mu kyalo naye abantu bo mu kyalo eno basasula emitwalo 6 ku 7 nga temuli na kinaabiro. Okitegeera. So kati Dr. Jonathan gwe kuba mwaka fani yuno obuntu buno ng'obuzimbye ng'ofune milioni zo 2 buwako government omusoro gwayo noba ng'ofune milioni 1.5 at a time ng'otuuse nga tokyabirowoozaako tokyazibala eyo milioni 1.5 mwena 5 ku 10 endala gy'oyina kati n'otandika okupulaninga apartments n'ogenda ne bakubira pulani ya za apartment bw'oba nazo ozaagadde because byonna byonna tubyogera naye tukkirize tugaane mu mayumba mulimu sente n'abasajja bennyini nyine ajja ne baba discouraging ate nabo balina sente bazijja mu bizimbe okitegeera. So kati I find that abantu bonna okujjako nga you just not business oriented neze manya abantu abali business oriented amayumba gabakoledde gaweredde abaana baabwe n'atuuka ekiseera nga buno obuzigo bwe mulaba buno obutono buno bwe buweerera abaana nga ye sente ze ziri ndala zikozesa nazi investing ambirala. It's a model. Yesterday I was talking about culture, you remember guys, and I find that buli nsi ina culture yayo, and being that in Uganda businesses ezisinga tezirina nnyo security eryawo y'amaanyi ojja kwesanga real estate okitegeera yani yagamba real estate is the land. No problem, real estate is the land. Naye you'll come to realize that abantu aba investinze mu mayumba they have more peace okusinga abantu abati investinze mu mayumba, because gana mayumba ogalaba do omuntu ajjaga nti apangisa bayinza obutakusasula. Yes, bwaba tebakusasule funa real estate company byo ekuwe sente zo ebanje ekulyeko nga 20%. Buli oyagala okulya wekkatokola okitegeera, buli oyagala okulya wekkatokola naye nga ate bw'osalawo n'olya n'abalala mwenna mukola okitegeera. Mark to Grand Verosa, which one the best car? Ne Verosa tezirabika. Kavuma Faruka, I find that the Verosa is better. It looks better. Ngate Mark 2. It has no difference between. There is no difference between a Verosa and a Mark 2. Zezimu. So if you can find a Verosa, buy that one. Naye Arthur, Subaru ezokuba engine oba azisanga wa. Mark W. I sibera mu Subaru. Naye abavuzi ba Subaru be bangamba. Ate abazaagala ennyo. Okitegeera. So kati ebintu ebimu nadibanga sibibeeramu. But abana babena ne Subaru nezikuba engine. Subaru tekuba engine nti engine mbi. No, they are just delicate engines. Okitegeera. I was told tenants of single rooms usually don't pay. They just escape at night, and removing him is also a problem. Anti amateeka gedda gaali malala. Ate Dr. Jonathan obulabo obuziga abiri bwobo ina sente zibuzimba ate tobufula na mizigo. Oteekawo lodge. I don't know if you're a very religious person that your religion stops you from doing that. Okola lodge. Okitegeera nti karuma akali badeka kuwe emitwalo 10 kasobola okuwa emitwalo 2 omwezi. Lodge ngezimbo obuyumba bwo bulumu ekirungi akanabi na ko kataddemu lwakwanti ku lodge ate ne toilet ina gisomo munda, which is not, because the only thing you chunchogatako is plumbing na kuteeka mu toilet kyekukate uteka mu toys akusquattinga ne ka shower wali waggulu, and ngumanya nti buli lunaku room eyo egenda kuwa omutwalo gwo, buli lunaku egenda kuwa omutwalo gwo. Kati lunaku ekuwa omutwalo noba ngofuna emitwalo 26 n'oguza mu management and all that. Osegera bobanga sente zimbo buzigo bonna bonozina at once okola oteeka mu board. Ate ka Dr. Jonathan naku zina abantu tebakyali managing amayumba. Bwazimba amayumba ge ngafuna real estate company yo yemanya bwekwata abantu baayo. Okitegeera, because abantu bena kuno tebakyasobola kumala gadduka. Why? Abantu amanaging ebizimbe ebwe batyo manyi bwe bakola. Bobo oyingira ennyumba bwe baya emitwalo 10 oyongerayo bwe emitwalo 2 oba 3 ga security. I've not really rented, so I don't know nakomadde okupangisa, but that's what I had. Nti oyongerayo emitwalo 2 oba 3 ga security. Kati ono omuntu wakubanjiza omwezi ogusooka mu gwokubiri ofuluma naye jjukira oba waayo security. Kati security gwasigaza kati noba nga tomukozesezza loosi nti senga odduka mbuddusi mu nnyumba. Okitegeera Dr. Jonathan. So kati single rooms or what or not, abana basasula security deposit. Security deposit eyo bagisigaza. Good evening Uncle Fidox. Ugandan Catholic Musical. Good evening Arthur. How is the washing bay business in a good location? Is it a feasible idea? Yes, Catholic Music Collective. I've thought about it as well. Ebe ekola. You just make sure Isaac Wanajina, the surveyor, I'm going to have an interview with him on the podcast. Ajababulira. Yankubira ko nga inamuka challenge akatono tono. If you have good management, washing bay is one of those lucrative businesses. Bebe in a location in it's one of the best, by the way, because during the day it could be the washing bay and at night it's the parking. At night parking is enough to serve. You make the money of the washing bay and at night you make the money of the parking lot. Okitegeera. Ate boboso nga will alignment There are so many things that you could there are so many things that you could add onto that washing bay. Osobola gattawo webalabira omupiira, osobola gattawo restaurant. I find that it's a very lucrative business, but you need to have very good management. Like any other business, uli business for management. Business yo bwetaba na management nungi erigenda gaana kebe etya okitegeera. Alternatively, go for doubles to minimize abapangisa abangi in singles. Nekyo nakyo kikola kibuuka Ambrose. I drive a Verosa. Ani abadde abuuza ku Verosa wuuna akugamba. I like the Verosa, Brian. I think the Verosa kind of has more comfort than the Mark II Grand. And I think that's why it's rare, because buli agivuga tayagala givaako. It looks more, the Verosa kind of looks like the Mark X. So it gives you the Mark X feeling without the Mark X. So you're driving 2 liters, but with the comfort of 2.5 liters. Chamba de Hannington, hi. Gaetano, hi. Chisembo Jojo, bro, someone that stops you from building when you can run away from that. Jojo Limutufu. And in our culture, hi guys, we have 54 people watching with only 13 likes. I'm not happy about you. You like the broadcast. Sigenda kudamukogera until you like the broadcast. Like the broadcast, guys. Like the broadcast. Like the broadcast. Okay, to get in mass. Like the broadcast, like the broadcast, like the broadcast, like the broadcast, like the broadcast. It's good for the algorithm, by the way. Yeah, I know some of you don't understand what the algorithm is. Like the broadcast, like the broadcast. Chisembo Jojo, you're very right. Mu culture yafe wano mu Africa, umuntu ekyobugagga kyokyasi ekiri reliable kyosobola okuyimirirako. Ye real estate property iye kwatibwako. You remember, I think when the NRM government had just come to power, mubayitanga abantu ngo obo ine emitwalo 10 oba bajjangako 0 mmeka ngo osigaza obalo 10. Right? So you don't want to go through that, and you don't know when the shilling is going to lose value or something. So omuntu yenna yena bwoba osobola okuzimba zimba. Good evening, King Daniels. A stock Subaru is not delicate. It's these modded Subarus pushing over 400 horsepower from an engine built for 158 horsepower. Adams, turn on do not disturb. They are disrupting the network. Yeah. By the way, ngenda kagize circuit for tomorrow's broadcast. I had forgotten to press the like button. Yes, like guys, like the broadcast, like the broadcast. Mulakinge broadcast tugende maso. So today, the good thing tuwezeza dakiika asatu ngenda ba broadcast dakiika anago kolwa lero ate awo tulabaga nencha ku Monday saa imne dakiika 15 ezokumacha. The list of things that you guys should have as car owners, not just car lovers, anybody that has a car, there are things that you should have in your car for your car to be, for you to know that okay, now emotoka yunainange inache kuyamba. There are things that you should have as a must. Before I bought this compressor of mine na ine bomba mujimanye ne bomba epiko mpira gwe gali. That one. Nigeria, why? Looking at where I live and how much it would cost me to actually go repair a tire, ngambera neye bomba. Ngilonka wegugwamu, nzija bomba yange ne mpika until I had pressure in the tire. Why did I actually still have it in the boot? Why did I have that bomba? It's because it's an emergency thing. Wachitegera. Algorithm is like a system. It's a system that YouTube uses to select which videos people should see when they search for certain things. So the algorithm favors channels and videos that are watched. The algorithm favors videos that have more likes. The algorithm favors videos that have more comments. The algorithm favors basically channels that have a lot of engagement are favored in the algorithm. And it's like a system that ngabo onoraba ku ssomero nti HM bwajja ina abaana bayita nga ali ku assembly. So we want our channel to be called at the assembly by the YouTube algorithm. And for us to do that, we engage on the content by giving likes. That's why I say when we have 45 people like we have now, broadcast. So let's have 45 likes. YouTube wera abantu kwabadika abantu anamba 5 abala but only 20 likes. Ngabagamba content wona abantu bamunyumirwa babeerako naye tabanyumira. Yeah, that's why I encourage you guys to like. Arthur, you are right. I sat in the Verosa and oh boy, car is next to none in comfort. The Verosa is a very comfortable car and I've never sat in it. I think I see comfort from afar. Comfort ya Verosa to so yaji. But I saw it when I didn't get Mark to Musotai. I actually wanted the Verosa na ina jino nya nembula. Good evening, firstborn. Mugabe Shedrick. Good evening. Amina, Cedric. So, you guys, the things you should have in your car, first of all, as a car lover, go muntu ayagala emmotooka yo. Kirira wansi nabugabo. Genda ogule fire extinguisher. It's like a small fire extinguisher. There are those that are small as this. You can put it in the door like that. Go buy yourself a fire extinguisher. Why? You don't know when you will find a fire. You don't know when you will get a spark in your car. You don't know when something like that can happen. So it's important that you go buy yourself a fire extinguisher. That's the first thing you should have. Now, flares normally come with new cars. It's important that you also have a flare. But of course, from Uganda, we are the kind of people that help each other. Kizibu nnyo, at least mbantu 10 ababiri bajja kubuuza obadde tetuyinza okuyambako, and if they can't help they go on. Okitegeera olinamu ka IT Arthur ngezaako Adams. I even design websites. I don't develop, but I design websites. Ngezaako. So get a fire extinguisher. That's the first thing you should have. Get a first aid kit. That's the second thing you should have. Get emergency triangles. Nti omupiira gwo gukutuulako. You can put an emergency triangle in front. You can put an emergency triangle behind. Those are kits for people that love their cars. Abantu abatamala gavuga buvuzi moroka nti olwokuba nsobola ovuga moroka kanji vuge. Ebintu byonna bwe mbagamba. And I find that omuntu yenna ayagala moroka ye bwoba naddala ng'oliira buko, there are times that you eat in your car. Olumu ofunye Rolex n'olira mu motoka, ogenze ku KFC n'olira mu motoka. And by the way guys, bw'oba tutira kugenda ku KFC ng'oli mu genda ku KFC olye obwo obusente bw'otedeka ojja na kufa wano abantu baleme kulaba account abantu ba banka bazibbe, because they never called families of the deceased to tell them, you know what, your relative left money here. Okitegeera. Martha, fire extinguisher eri mu boot, but I was showing you the fire extinguisher better yenkana bweti eri mu boot. Guys, whenever you can, genda wewe muko, genda ku KFC, genda ku Javas. Atena dala fa abasajja bisaid, like me, whenever I'm thinking of eating something, then I think of my boys. I think katibatabani bange. But sometimes go and eat alone. Genda oyeweka mutako, genda beda yoweka. Okitegeera. So, but bwoba ngo olya nnyo ng'olira mu nnyo mu moroka, have Doom insecticide nze mulina. Why? You don't want your car to have cockroaches. You don't want your car to have insects. So once in a while, it could be once every week when you park at night, fuira mu Doom eno wanse no yonna. So that bamba mulimu ebiyenje chichi bifa. That's how you keep your car hygienic. Okitegeera. Then I find that the other thing that you should have in your car is a pair of jump starters. Emwe by a negative and a positive. Make sure they are long enough. So whenever you're in an emergency situation, nga battery eweddeko omuliro, then people can help you nebaku jump starting and nebakujja kuku. Okitegeera nga topangisiza battery. Have a jump starter. Have a jump start cable jump starters. But then if you don't have cable jump starters, but have them, go and buy them. Go ebintu byonna nno nga bwe mbaga ngenda tandika bibaguza. Ngenda bireeta mubinguleku kubanga kise kyayagala mutandike kuta ekisooka kyengendo baleeta radio zijja bu compressor buno bujja mbajja baleeta compressor, ngenda soka ndite compressor nga eri yokka, then mwawulemu ku price waliwo ne compressors ziriko jump starters. There are jump starting machines ebanga power bank, it's almost like this. Naye a jump starter ebeerako bu cable, you just attach to your battery and you start the car. Kitegeeza if your car battery runs out, you can get that car machine n'oteeka ku wali and you start your car neddamu necharginga. Okitegeera. So you need to get that thing. It doesn't make sense for someone to buy a car 40 million, 30 million, and then we find it stranded on the road because of something that costs 300,000, 400,000. Tukusanga ng'oli ku kkubo lwaki omupiira gutudde, spare tire nayo teriimu mukka. Katulaki ofulumya omutwalo every time that happens to you, ng'ate osobola okugula akantu kana akapikamu omuka ka compressor ku mitwalo nga 25. It doesn't make sense. So whenever you can, I'll show you the bag that I have. Nze mwentereka ebintu byange. I have a bag where I keep all my kits. Mwentereka ebintu. I'll show you one time. Your video nenda gikola nga see a live broadcast. I'll show you what is in there because ebintu byonna mu ebiri. Utegera. So whenever you can, you get a compressor. Teziri common mu Uganda muno, teziri mu kujjako ezijjira mu motoka. Era nange nagula kano nakagula mu bond. tulina bwe twagenda okugula emmotoka n'omuntu wano ne nfuna omwana akola mu bondi n'akandeetera ne nkagula oba nakamugulako 15. I think I bought it 150. Yeah. So, but you need to have that thing akakapikamu. You get a jump starter machine. Then you also need jump starter cables. Then I find that omuntu yenna ayinanga ovuga emmoroka, get this charger. This is a phone charger. Now, mine yayinako n'obugende emabegeri nga nabe makabasobola okucharginga naye obwemabega waya akakoya nekakutuka nekakutulako. So then if you can, make sure you get one that charges like 2.4 amps over 5 volts. A bit of very fast charging. Like mine, it's fast charging. Otekako essimu nejjula mangu. Why do you want to have this? It's because abantu ebiseera ebisinga emmoroka essimu zaffe ziggwako omuliro ng'ate otambula. Ngate otambula, you have a power source where you can actually charge your phone. Now, some modern cars actually come with USB ports where you can just plug in your USB. But katifa chavuge moroka enkadde ezitalina USB ports, go buy yourself this thing. Osobola okukasaamu moroka ochargingenga essimu yo bw'oba otambula, teeka wano giteeke ku charge osirike, so that your phone never runs out of battery. Okitegeera? Because kati the way ensi gye tulimwe, we work with the phones. Kati nze essimu yange teggwangako omuliro. Like, teggwangako omuliro, by the way. For the past 2 years, essimu yange teggwangako omuliro. I always have a power bank. This power bank can charge my phone 4 times nga ate jijutiza eddakiika nga 3. Kati nagikuba ekigwo negira, I'm going to go and buy another one. So, but make sure you have a power bank gwenga omuntu, make sure you have a phone charger, okay? Ebyo ebintu byonna byonna by the way nga bwe mbyogera, make sure you have them. Make sure you have an air freshener. Make sure you have an air freshener in your car. Nti emoroka bwetuuka n'akange nno kawedde, I have to. Then make sure you have a dashboard cleaner. It's a spray also. Now, bino ebintu ebimu bibeera wano kumpi because you can use them. The dashboard cleaner ebeera nayo mu spray can bweti bagitunda oba nosunga kanaana, I think. Then ne buno air freshener bwa mutwalo, so you can just spray. Now, there are those air fresheners we baleeta nti obuhanging wano mu motoka. Me, I don't use them personally because I find that they are too much. The diffusers, they are also not bad, but the diffusers, okujjako nga manyi wengenda okufuna refill Jordan, the diffuser nyinza obutajigula because like I have those kind of diffusers, the normal diffusers, not the modern ones in my office. When you enter the office, it really smells nice. But that's because I know where to get the refill. So I can just walk into the Chinese place and get a refill and just whatever it runs out. But the diffuser will take one. I don't know where the refills are. And I don't want to keep buying a different thing because leroguze strawberry or vanilla or so that's why I use this. And one of the ways that you keep your car smelling nice literally all the time is by making sure you clean your car every day. I wash my car every day. Guys, like the broadcast. Like the broadcast. I wash my car every day. And one of the reasons why I wash my car every day is because basomera musomero nga abaana babaleta mamoroka ga bay. So the only way I can add value to my car for my kids to not feel ashamed of their dad is by actually keeping my car clean. So every morning when I drive into that school, my car might not be new, it might not be big, but it's clean. So I wash my car every day and I wash the exterior, and then mama when I don't go samunda, she cannot start in that dirty car inside. So, and that's a tradition that we have had here. But to okay waka, and she does whatever she has to do in the house. Whatever time we come, I'm cleaning the exterior. When I'm done with the exterior, I call her, yena alongo samunda. That's a tradition that we do at home. So I wash my car every day. So my car is clean every day. Then probably the choice avoid taking just anyone. Ojja kutuuza omuntu mu mmotoka yo nga akyuma. Nze nyina naleta omusajja ono bayali agenda kuntereza akinga muzimbi. Twatambulira mu SC ne tuvuga paka we twali tumpikinga guy yatula mu mmotoka ne tugula endabirwamu aga Katonda. Kat such people will leave your car stinking. Bwosanga bwoba osobola naddala abantu nzija kukola watch whenever you can, just mugambe erinnya boda nja gisasula. It's not like you're rich, it's you trying to avoid get them being embarrassed first of all, but it's also you avoiding the discomfort. Okitegeera. Vibrations soko kebera gundi obukonokono okebere ku bubusho obwo. Then you should also check your wheel balancing. Okitegeera, if it's 100 kilometers ne balancing ina wekoma kebera ku bukonokono. Guys, like the broadcast. Tugenda kuzimba emizigo. Tetukyali ya sente. Mugenda kuzimba. Nene emizigo solo gizimba ngera bw'olyako ku KFC. Yes. Ewe nosobola okubikola. Nze mbabuulira. It's just determination. Sometimes obuzibu obubaawo nti we as young people, I think social media atuwonoonye nnyo. Tulaba bannaffe nga bagenda ku speed ey'ekizungirizi. Naffe ne twagala tugende ku speed ey'ekizungirizi. But we can't go at the same speed. Sometimes ojja kuba oncompetinga n'omuntu naye ng'omuntu gw'ocompetinga naye jjajjaawe bwe yafudde ne bamuwa eka 10 n'atundako 25 sente n'afuna. Kati ate nga gw'okuŋŋaanya 10 ku 10. I don't compete with anyone. Era anybody that competes with me would get disappointed. I'm competing with the person I was yesterday. So if yesterday I was achieving like 100 push-ups, today I want to do 200 push-ups. Then the next day I want to do 300 push-ups. I don't compete with anyone because our circumstances are different. Ate everyone is looking for a different kind of wealth. Waliwo abantu abanoonya obugagga obw'essente. Ate waliwo abantu abanoonya obugagga obw'ebintu. Ate era waliwo abantu ng'obugagga bwe banoonya bwa famire kubeera nsanyufu. Waliwo abantu ng'obugagga obwabwe ate buli mu bantu balala. Okitegeera. Arthur, nowadays when you are broadcasting live, I don't get a chance to like the videos because I don't see them live. Man, sorry. Osuwa nnyo. Naye nkitegeera kasitoba ng'otetenkanyanga akasimbi kayingira. Fena tunoonya nsimbi. Hi Arthur and everyone, Antonio Muko. Mpaka ddagala kubanga ndaba Nora alemeddeko nange nsobole okuyitawo anko. Antonio yenna gye yalaga. And you know how I do like to like all of your videos. Yes, firstborn, I totally understand. Musema Saddam, how are you? Jordan, yes. Are you Kenyan by any chance? No, Jeff Writer. I'm a Ugandan. Siskia Mona Bana Sebeja Sibitege. Is it worth fixing piston rings and just top up oil and drive like that? Which car? Which car are you talking about, Jordan? Because if it's a VVTi car, just buy a new engine. Eddie Pro, hi. Football Tribe, how are you? Bantu mwe, bw'oba ovuga emmoloka ng'erimu engine ya VVTi, tosiba engine, gula engine endala. Just buy a new engine. Subaru gula engine. Of course, osobola okusalawo n'okanikamu bw'oba nga ky'oyagala, but buy a new engine. Buy a new engine. It's always better. You know, I've seen people run away from Subarus, not because they don't have money, but because Subarus za bei mu kwakalugulira engine okusinga ate ku Toyota. That's why people sometimes run away from Subaru ne badda mu Toyota. Okitegeera Subaru ya bei muko. So, the things you need to have, first of all, make sure you have a jack in your car. Make sure you have a jack ejja ne wheel spanner, jack ejja n'akakuba. The jack thingy. That thing that does like that. So you need to have a jack. Make sure you have a jack. Kanate jack tekuyamba ko nti olwokuba oyagala emmoloka yo. The jack will help you. The jack is for you, it's not for the car. Okitegeera. I find that it's very, very, very important. Nabagambye ku first aid kit. Yeah. I also wanted to tell you to have a good modem because the internet these days is very important and our phones may lose the internet. Enswere chimu. Eyinza olwanira kundabirwamu ng'enoonya weefulumira. Yeah. So, and I also find that the other accessory that you need in your radio, especially if you love your car, is a good radio. Everything, but have a good radio, a radio that makes you comfortable as you drive, a radio that doesn't make you feel like, oh, a car is just a tool. Yes, a car is a tool, but you should not feel like a tool. You see how you guys buy the best beds you can buy for yourselves? Yeah? Olaba nga bwogenda mu kisenge kino oyagala oteka ekitanda ekyakabi. Mu mmotoka teekamu radio eyakabi. Nze batabani bange nabateramu ne screen wano. Yeri wanga sigikwatako tebabanga baagiddi. Nabateramu ne screen wano. The moment they sit, especially in the evening. In the morning as they go to school, no watching anything. But in the evening as we come home, olutawati screen. Nga batandika laba film. Nga batuula nga basirika nga banyumirwa. Make your car as comfortable as possible. Like for me, I sit in my car for 2 hours in the morning. I sit in my car for 2 hours in the evening. I want my car to be good to look at. So I make sure I put a good radio in that car. Which take it. Make sure that the car is as comfortable to drive. Because if it's not, you're not going to enjoy. Which take it. And if you don't enjoy, ndaba ne RAV4 eri enkadde gye navuga ngeeyi yali yamakanika wange nyinza n'okuba omugongo gwa nnuma because it didn't have a radio like yalina buli radio buli busingo ddiini okitegeera obwo radio and they are not enjoyable to look at nenga ne sound ali mu moroka mubi but you know this car has good sound. Corolla yange erina good sound. Corolla erimu ne woofer okitegeera. This car doesn't need the woofer okitegeera. My businesses are still demanding. I think I'll start with a good chikumi and keep it later. Advice please. It depends Saddam. Bwebe moroka gyogenda ogula esobola okuyambako for business, instead of a chikumi you could buy a G-Touring or Karibu or Kaldina. Nebanga ne moroka yenyini nyine a contributing ku business, then with time you can upgrade. How much are those back screens at the back of your car? Are they touch screens? No, they have controls, but most of the control is done from the front because everything they watch I choose from the front. Now these screens nze engule yange jengula simu ate mwesije mujogulamu. Engule yange jengula musibye mujogulamu. So I would not want to tell you my price because ojja genda ate abantu batandika okuvuma. Gabate Arthur yagamba and there are different ones. There are screens where you just take off this headrest and you put the other. Now buli obwa headrest si bulungi because obwa headrest bufa bine bintu bifa. So you just bring the ones that they attach. And they are really nice. My kids have fun as we drive home. Hi Arthur, how is RAV4 consuming? RAV4 enywamu. Naita ina nyobuzibu. A Subaru EJ20 and EJ25 naturally aspirated at 2.5 million. The turbo engines are bad news. Stay away from them. People know. Mark W, by the way, people know that turbo engines are bad news. But somehow, they be wanting Subarus at a very cheap price. And normally, bogenda mukatale emoroka Subaru zonna ziyina turbo za layisi. Okusinga kuzitayina turbo, so people end up buying the ones that have turbos. Akirabireyo maaso. Ate ba brokers can convince. Brokers can convince. Ogenda nga banne bagamba turbo simbi. Nagamba atenze nga njagala nnyo turbo. Bano tebamanyi bogenda ke moroka turbo nga yawenyuse nga yakuwadde amaanyi wano. And then you'll be asking yourself. Kakati emisinde jengenda okugyewenyuka ngenda. Yes, the turbo engine gives you power. But where are you going to use the power in Uganda? We literally can't use all the power we need. All the powers. Nene moroka yenyini rakiti tosobola gimalayo maanyi ku nguudo ze Uganda. Tosobola. Kabeera vitizi 1000 tosobola gimalayo maanyi. Vitizi tezifantidwa kubanga ogimazeyo performance oba ogidduse nnyo tosobola nayo gidduka paka ku 108. You can't. Ekita vitizi kwe kugirinnya omwido byotalina kugirinnya. Kuba nayo bw'ogirinnya mpola mpola esobola okutuuka speed 140 nemba nga mudduka speed emu wa Subaru. But I find that people know already. People know. But they just don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Then I also find that the other gadgets that you as a car washer, a car lover would want, gula baka itabata, especially mu abantu abazimba, because one thing I've realized about most of you guys are for the love of cars. Etoki mulina, majority of you guys have already built homes. Gula akuma akoze motoka, baka itaka jet car wash machine, ka spray gun. Kajja kukostinga emitwalo nga 5, but it will save you a lot of money. For example, nze nakoma okusasulira okunjoleza emmotoka 2021. It was in June. No, Jan, Feb, March, April. It was in April. When nakoma okusasulira omuntu okunjoleza emmotoka. Since then I wash my own car. I bought my jet car wash machine, I think beginning of last year, was it? Over mid last year. And I'm still using it now. And it's the one I use. Some days when I come home, I just spray the car. I don't actually wash. I just spray the car and I walk away. And it's very RAV4 better than million 10 kwambuka waggulu ennungi. Then ennungi ddala ejjaba ya million nga 15 16, because those RAV4s are very strong cars. So literally everyone that has that RAV4 ajja kugikuseera nga nnungi. Then, and are there Primos for money? Yes, there are manual Primos, very many of them. How much are your trackers? Eddie Pro trackers are 350,000. That one is not voice activated, but you can turn off the engine remotely. You can see where the car has been. You can see where it's going. You're tracking in real time. You can get alerts when the engine is turned on, off, in parking. So many alerts you can get. And then there is one for 450. That one you can even call the tracker and listen to what the people in the car are saying. Okitegeera. Good evening, Balvids. Njagala no basi wala bagayi bange. So, I think byonna bye mbadde njagala obagamba mbibagambye. Just to go through, make sure you have a jump starter cables. Make sure you have a compressor that is for repressure, putting pressure in your car. I find that wetuli, I think nze oba nze ndi busy nnyo nti obudde obiseremu obukyama ku mafuta okukebera pressure y'omukka oguli mipiira obudde bumbula so nga ate when I get home after washing my car I can just put that car machine nempima omukka gwenkanawa okitegeera. So I find that it's a very good companion for any car lover. Get jump starter cables, get a jump starting power bank if you can buy one. Ngenda bubaleetera nze mujja bugula. I say get a flare if you can, fire extinguisher, first aid kit njibagambye, dash cams nabaganze ngenda ita dash cam ngenda soka njirete ndabe bwekola yo najije na US sajije China. I bought a US dash cam ina camera one that looks in the cabin, one that looks in the front, and then kuliko ne camera egenda eri emabega. You put a memory card, it records all the time. Why do we need those dash cams? First of all, you don't want to be taken advantage of. Traffic officers bwaba kuyimiriza dash cam emulaba nti ono yanyimiriza. Then as you interact with the traffic officer, the dash cam is recording you. Nti twayogera kino ne traffic officer. Traffic officer bwaba kuba ekipapula oba kya overspeeding. Naye nga kuba overspeeding ne mu kamera muno erabika nti omuntu gwe bayimiriza nga overspeeding yali tasobola kuyimirira at this rate. Okitegeera. Ne bwebera accident. Okitegeera nti oli avudde eri n'akugwamu ngera kati nga wiishe eno ekyali gwali ku poliisi y'e Kawanda. Wiishe ekyaliwo naye nga wa national water yamugwamu. So if that guy had a dash cam, it would be very clear that guy ono yajja n'akola ki. So dash cams are also very useful. Then omuntu bwakutomera from behind, the dash cam will definitely help you to do that. Kati mu abantu abateeka comprehensive insurance ku motoka, the dash cam is the one thing that will basically help you record. How is Mark X 2007? It's a very good car, just yenywamuko ku mafuta. Naye nga terina nnyo buzibu. Then, had I forgotten that you guys need trackers, especially if you value your car? You need to put a tracker. Then you need to put an alarm. Alarm eyambako bano abanyakula side mirror ndi bu parking ndi waka bano abajja ne bagula emotoka babbemu radio. Tekamu alarm nga ate giteeke ku ngombe. Mugiteeka ku ngombe. Where is my remote? I've showed you this several times. The alarm yange bwetibwe kuba. Ojiwulira. That's how my alarm goes. So it's very hard for an alarm that goes like that. Olaba nze bwennyini marako emirembe. Kati omubbi tajja kujja alarm ekube bweti agibeereko. So every time you install an alarm in your car, make sure bagiteeka ku ngombe so that it's loud enough. Because ensi gye tulimu wadde twagala tulowooza nti eri civilized, tennafuuka civilized to the extent that ababbi tebajja kunona buntu butono. Sheldon, that's not my area of business. Zedi Munakatemba, I'm a marketer. That's what I do. And the information I'm sharing, that's still in my domain as a content creator. That's still in my domain. But driving school business, yeah, I don't even know how they make money. Zimbabwe and Simanyi driving school bakola sente because omuntu wa driving school charging omutwalo gumu omuntu n'ovugamu baddakiika asatu kati ogwo omutwalo yaliddeko mmeka. Abantu abayiga be bali nnyo nnyo omuliro be boonoona emmoloka kyokka n'acharging omutwalo gumu for over 10 minutes, over 20 minutes. Me, I don't even know how they make money. Zinabagamba. The business just sobola kubala. Sijiyingira. Guys, like the broadcast, you people. Come on. Yagalizo fune. Then the other thing that probably you might want to invest money in would be a scan tool. Especially if you're a car lover like me. Nzenjina scan tool is just got scan tool jenyine scanning from 2010 and above. To scanning at 2009 and below. So I'm natumizera scan tool scanning emoroka nizine nkadebenge solo scanning. But if you can afford to get a scan tool ngebera yongo bera nayo jigule ebisere ebisinga. I find that people invest in things that katinze senior mwenge. The one thing that keeps me alive is having a car and driving it, of course, and sharing information with people. And I think that's why I end up teaching stuff, because I find it, I love talking, basically. I love talking, so I find that these are some of the things that make me happy. So katinzo mwenge sigwetaga. So kati, I would invest in everything that would help me enjoy the things that I love. Kavuma Farouk, Antonio, Random Things to see me, Eddie, Derek Lule, Vinny Katz, Adams, Aloyo Joan Jojo, Clark Rhyme, Katera Sheldon, Chisembo Jojo, Sebo Gwao Medi, Mutumba Pade, Adams, Teyari Blade, Eddie Ranex, Nandi Wala Fatuma, Paulo, Todi Ronald, Okabachi, one Brian, Majwala Julius, Ntare Samuel, Martha Academy, Chibuka Ambrose, Clip Films Editunes, Kwiri Hakim, Paulo Kwikiriza, Madrin Nora, Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka, Mark W, Uncle Fidox Tours and Travel, the Ugandan Catholic Music Collective, Gaetano Bika Gaetano, Chamba de Hannington, King Daniels, Firstborn, Mugabe Cedric, Juko Nicholas, Mukesa Emma Kafero, Musema Saddam, Jordan Roy Kweronda, Milano Koyeno, Oyoba Wawa Baba, Eddie Pro Football Tribe, Ntongo Helen, Sendija Nashif, Balvids, Yusef Hagazi, 360 videos. How are you? So guys, I wish you a very lovely evening. I know you have picked at least a thing. I'll see you in the new, actually in the new updated app. I can actually even use filters. I can use filters. Kare guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Yes, Katera Sheldon, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7:15 a.m. Ciao.